Chris, what is our fifth main topic?
Our fifth topic comes from the antagonistic Anonymous. Hey, crew. While we're all excited to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds team up in Deadpool 3, there's always a looming question of if any other X-Men will be tagging, and, well, it looks like we might have a hint. In an interview with comicbook.com, Patrick Stewart was asked about returning as Professor Xavier in Deadpool 3, to which he answered that he has been told to stand by. Personally, I was 100% expecting Mr. Stewart to return as Charles since Hugh was also returning, but it's nice to see a solid hint to that notion. What do you think about this tease, John? Thanks and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for writing that in. And listen, one of the big questions that came up when they made one of the best pieces of movie news to come out in my entire career, that Hugh Jackman was coming back to play Wolverine again for a Deadpool 3 movie. This is the news I've been waiting years to hear, right? But one of the big questions that came up with a lot of fans and viewers was, do you think Patrick Stewart will be in it? And I was like, I mean, it's possible. But I said, I don't think he will. I think they're going to kind of keep the focus here and whatever. But how cool would that be? Because we love Patrick Stewart as Professor. We love him as Picard. We love him as whatever. We love him as, he was Duncan, right? Wasn't he Duncan in Dune?
No, he was Gurney Howard.
Gurney, that's right. He was Gurney in Dune. But we love him in everything, right? And we certainly love him. Listen, I still contend it's not just me fanboying. I really honestly felt Patrick Stewart should have gotten a Best Supporting Actor nomination for Logan. I really do. I stand by that. Now, that being said, it looks like I may have to reconsider that thought that, he won't be in this Deadpool thing because he's being told to keep some time in his calendar available. This comes to us from the folks over at CBR who wrote the following. They said this: Stewart was asked if he would be appearing in Deadpool 3, which is currently deep in pre-production. I have been told to stand by, the actor surprisingly revealed. I know nothing more than that, honest. At this time, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are the only actors confirmed by Marvel Studios to be appearing in the upcoming threequel, with the duo reprising their X-Men roles as Wade Wilson / Deadpool and Logan / Wolverine, respectively. Deadpool 3 is scheduled to begin filming in May of 2023. All right, look, we know a couple of things. Kevin Feige is all about fan service. It's about more than fan service, absolutely. But Kevin Feige loves giving that fan service pop to the audience. We know he loves Patrick Stewart because he approached Patrick Stewart years ago. Patrick Stewart talked about this, approached him years before that. Then, of course, they put him in the Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, and probably what is universally agreed upon as being the best scenes in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. That little part where his wheelchair rolls in, man, the whole theater got super excited about that. And if you're Kevin Feige and you're all about giving those moments and that fan service and all that kind of stuff, and look how great, and by the way, Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart love each other. Like, they have a fabulous relationship and they have a huge amount of respect for each other and they love working together. I honestly, now that I've read this, because I'm going to do 180, because I said before, I don't think they'll do it. I think they'll just focus on, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I don't think this is going to be the Deadpool, Wolverine, and Professor X movie, but I'm now coming around on this with him saying they've told me to stand by. You're not telling Patrick Stewart to stand by for nothing.
Nope.
So, and I don't think it's going to be a major role, but it ain't going to be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness quick cameo either. So I'm guessing somewhere in between, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Bring this on. I love what I'm hearing. Anyway, Rob, you read this. How are you interpreting it?
Well, we know the movie takes place pre-Logan. So the situation, because they've talked about how they didn't want to negate that. So whatever multiversal something rip in the space-time continuum, I could absolutely see, because if you look at X-Men 1, Professor Xavier and Logan have that relationship. It's kind of that, it's the heart of the whole Fox X-Men franchise was the Wolverine relationship with Professor X. So I could see that before Wolverine gets sucked into whatever he's getting sucked into with Deadpool, that there's something that they're doing together. Wolverine, Professor X, the other X-Men or something. Because if you're going to make a Wolverine Deadpool movie, why not bring in all the X-Men? Like, what if they're in some gigantic battle with somebody, and or something? I could see them, because it's going to be the last hurrah, maybe, other than Secret Wars. Maybe they'll bring these characters back, or maybe they're even teeing up, because I was thinking, what are they going to do with this movie? Like, how do they fit it into what they're doing? Because if it's in the MCU or whatever, it would make sense that they could use this movie as somehow a way to get into Secret Wars somehow. They've got Multiverse of Madness. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's a legit co-star in this movie, that Professor X is a co-star in some way, shape, or form, and that his relationship with Wolverine is critical or intrinsic to whatever happens with Deadpool. So I think probably so. I mean, I would be hard-pressed to believe he's not in the movie.
Chris, let me pose it to you like this. You're given, after reading what you've read,
Yes.
you're given 4 options. Okay. Patrick Stewart is not in Deadpool 3. He has a cameo in Deadpool 3. He has a minor role in Deadpool 3, or he has a major role in Deadpool 3. Which of those 4 options do you think is the most likely here?
I mean, I feel like it's cameo, maybe small supporting, just because of the audacity to tell Jean-Luc Picard to stand by, to tell King Richard, get out of here. He only waits for Godot, not you people. All right? So, a theater joke for all
That
you
went over
folks.
so many heads.
So many people are like, who? Existential theater, you guys. So I think it's going to be a smaller thing. I just don't see him having a huge role in this because I do think the focus is going to be on Wolverine and Deadpool having this kind of buddy cop, I'm getting too old for this shit kind of relationship.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards that. That in nothing, quick cameo, small role, or major role. I'm gonna lean to the small role. I think it's gonna be more than one quick cameo. I don't think it's going to be a major role, so I think it's going to be in there somewhere. Or, I mean, hell, it might end up being nothing, but that's what I'm going with, and I love it. Guys, question is for you. How do you feel about this? You heard what Patrick Stewart's saying? Do you think it's much ado about nothing? Do you think he's definitely going to be in there? If so, how big or small? Quick cameo, a small role, a major role, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, DraftKings. Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl LVII, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl LVII excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boosts. Check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what prop bet will be boosted. Going into Super Bowl LVII, I think you got to look at the Philadelphia Eagles as taking home the big prize. Keep your eye on Jalen Hurts. He's going to be the difference maker in the game. So guys, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code Campea. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl LVII and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code Campea. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.